Hello everyone. This video I want to talk about the money. So right now I just dropped off a passenger. I'm in a rural area. This place is called Huangdian. It's a town. It's a zhen. It's about 10 kilometer drive to the county. Anyway, this video I want to talk about, a lot of Chinese, they always curious about the income of others, especially people they know. Now, if you are Chinese, you know what I mean. Like, Chinese, we always trying to figure out how much you earn. Right now I'm doing the online hailing service. I met a lot of passengers. I listen to what they talk. Sometimes they talk to me. Sometimes I listen to what they're talking about. You're not supposed to listen to as a driver, but you can't avoid it. They're talking. You can't avoid it. Even though you don't interject, but you're listening. So many of their conversations are always involved about the money. Like, for example, like a few days ago, today is in Chinese we call 大年初. It's the 5th day into the new Chinese New Year. It's still the Chinese New Year period. So there was a time, the two, I think they are boyfriend and girlfriend. They are in their early 20s. In China, the adults give envelopes, write envelopes. Basically, it's money to kids. Here in this place, we usually give 100, 200 yuan. Usually, we don't give kids the money once they graduate, once they're married. Usually, like 21, 22, we no longer give them red envelopes. 红包 in Chinese we call. That passenger, those people, the two passengers, they are in their early 20s. They're still not married, but they are girlfriend and boyfriends. They talk about, how much money do you get this year? That boy said, I only got $200 yuan because I'm a grown up. They don't give us money. The girl said, I still got money. I got blah blah blah, 500 yuan, 600 yuan. Also another thing, in China, in the Chinese New Year, relatives, they get together. There are, the two most frequent topics they talk about. Chinese, the two most frequent topics they talk about is 1, money, 2, house. They talk about money. They always try to figure out how much you earn. Sometimes, a lot of passengers, when they talk to me, like, first thing they say, how is the business tonight? How much did you earn today? How much do you earn? As a driver. In the West, it's offensive, but in China, like, if you don't tell them, it's offensive. I feel like Chinese talk about the money more often than Britons talk about the weather. When two Britons meet, they say, how is the weather? Weather great. When two Chinese meet, how is your salary? My salary is good. We always talk about the money. This money is the most frequent topic. Another topic is housing. They always talk about buying house price going up, going down. who got a second house, who got a villa, you know, who has a nice car, who earned what kind of money, you know. It basically not. Also, you can say that it's about the money. Yeah, and I mean you can't change that because, you know, first, you know, in the West you have this kind of etiquette. You're not supposed to. They can, in the West, I think this is privacy, like people's age is privacy, but in China, not so much. You know, what's funny is that, you know, Chinese, we are so scared about talking about politics. But in the West, you know, sometimes, you know, I met foreigners often, you know, before, not today, not in this small place. You know, when in Qingdao, you know, sometimes, you know, when I'm driving for them doing RMV experience, sometimes we talk about politics. It's like nothing. It's like any other topic. But in China, if you talk about the politics, they are so scared. They're so scared. I remember there was a time there were 4 college, high school graduates. They are from Shanghai. They visited Qingdao. I drove them. They don't even know, you know, 2 of them. I think 2 of them. They don't even know the Tiananmen Square because it's not in the textbook. It's not in the history book, and online you can rarely find information about that. Rarely, I think. You know, in the West, you know, in America, I guess most Americans know this, but in China, young people, you know, because the internet is so much censored, they don't get the information like this, and they are so afraid. Young and old people are afraid to talk about topics. If you talk about politics, oh, they probably will jump the car. Oh, stop! Don't talk politics. I'm getting out. You know, people are so scared about this. Yes, you know, if you are like a public figure, if you like work for the government, you know, if you like one slip, your career is over. So people like, especially like nowadays, you know, people have, you know, you don't know who is recording who, you know, who is, you know, they don't know if you like, if you mean it, if you are trying to harm them. Yes. And I have to think about why Chinese people so much concerned about the money, not their own money, but how much other people earn. What do they do? That could be several reasons. One is inequality. You know, if like people are equal, not by the book. If they are equal really, financially, they don't have to talk about the money. Like I think in Japan, people are most people, their salary are basically, the gap is not so huge like China, so there's no need to talk about it. Everybody's, you know, in North Europe, in Japan, they are more like socialism than China. You know, China is socialism on the book, but in reality, people are just different. You know, you can have a person like earn what 1,000 yuan, not even 1,000 yuan, like maybe 2,000 yuan a year, being a farmer. You know, in the farmer in China, they don't make a lot of money. They are way below the minimum wage. And you can also have a person who earn 10 times, 100 times. It's common, higher than him. It's common. So you know, and another thing is like it's very competitive. They always try to find how do you earn money. You know, if I could, like, if you are really rich, if I could do what you do. It could also be like jealous thing. Like if I earn more than you, I may feel better. If I earn less than you, I may be jealous. But what is surprising to me is like so many Chinese people, they don't know like it's an inappropriate topic. Especially the elderly, the young people are better, but still the lack of the educate, I would say. Like a lot of times young people, they smoke in my car without asking my permission, right? Yes, I think the biggest reason why some people are so invested, so concerned about money is like the huge economic gap between the rich and the poor. That could be the only explanation, because 20-30 years ago, when we all poor, you don't talk about the money, right? Because we all like working in the same area, we all like having basically the same job, we all like poor most of the time. But now the economy has changed so much so like, oh, it's people are just so different. You can just go to the street and see how the way people drive. You got a person driving Mercedes, and you got another person driving an e-bike, right? So like if you're a foreigner, like, if people ask you, if they care, they wonder how much you earn, please don't be offended. It's not, they don't know. China, we don't know. It's not appropriate. And people always guess. They guess by the way you wear, you dress, by the car you drive, or even by by the dinner you have. The guess how much you make. It's just, yeah, that's my analysis about this topic. So thanks for watching. I'm out.